The human engineer named Alex Rivera walked through the noisy rows of old ships at Cragthar Station. He came from Earth and worked as a mechanic on the edge of the galaxy. Aliens looked at humans as weak newcomers who only did dirty jobs. Alex did not mind their stares because he loved fixing broken things. He stopped in front of a huge old ship that looked dark and quiet. The sign said it was 5,349 years old. It had many holes from space rocks, and its power was gone long ago. The auction man was a slimy Vortaxian with many arms. He laughed loud and started the sale at a very low price. No one wanted to buy the dead ship. They called it a floating coffin full of danger. Alex looked at the smooth lines of the hull. Something about the old design felt smart and strong, like good human work. He raised his hand and offered $10. It was all the extra money he had left after bad jobs. The whole crowd burst into loud laughs. The Vortaxian dealer could not believe his luck. He quickly pushed the digital paper into Alex's hand. "Enjoy your coffin, ape man," he said with a big smile. Alex took the paper and felt happy inside. He did not care about the jokes. He rented small thrusters and pulled the big ship to a cheap empty dock. Station news screens showed short clips of the foolish human who bought space trash. Alex worked alone in the dark empty bay. He opened the main door with his tools and stepped inside the giant ship. Dust and old air filled his nose, but he smiled. The inside was huge, like a metal cave. Walls had strange marks from an empire no one remembered. Alex set up his small lights and started to check every part. He found the main computer core made of crystal. It stayed silent and cold like a dead stone. He brought his old human tools and solar sheets from his bag. He fixed broken wires with careful hands. Hours passed, and he kept working without rest. He talked to himself while he soldered joints. "This old girl still has secrets," he said. By the end of the long day, a small light blinked on one panel. Alex felt a spark of hope in his chest. He knew this ship was special. The crowd outside still laughed on the screens, but Alex kept his focus on the quiet giant. He cleaned more dust from the control seats. He found old logs written in strange letters. That meant power and rule. Alex decided to call it Phoenix Rising because it would rise again. He ate a simple meal from his pack and slept on the cold floor. Next morning he woke early and continued his work. He connected his small computer to the old crystal core. The machine gave weak signals at first. Alex used simple tricks he learned on Earth. He sent music and pictures through the link. Slowly the old computer started to wake. It sent broken words back to his screen. Alex felt excited, like a kid with a new toy. He did not stop, even when his body felt tired. This $10 ship would change everything he believed. Outside the station, aliens made bets on how fast the hull would break. They sent messages full of jokes to his radio. Alex turned the sound low and kept his hands busy. He found a hidden room deep in the ship. Inside were boxes of old plans and strange tools. He opened one box and saw drawings of powerful engines. His eyes grew wide with wonder. This was not junk. This was lost treasure from a time before the big wars. Alex sat down and studied the drawings with care. He made notes on his pad using simple words. He drew his own ideas next to the old ones. Humans were good at mixing new with old. He believed this ship could fly again. The thought made him work faster. Time passed, and more lights came alive in the dark halls. Alex wiped sweat from his face and smiled big. He had made the first small win. The old ship gave a soft hum for the first time in thousands of years. Alex felt proud of his small success. He stood up and touched the cold metal wall. "You and me are going to do great things," he whispered. The station outside kept laughing at the crazy human, but Alex did not listen to their noise. He had a $10 ship and big dreams. He planned his next steps in his mind. Power first, then engines, then weapons if needed. He knew the road would be hard, yet he felt strong and ready. This was only the start of his big adventure. The human engineer kept working through the night. His simple tools and strong will lit up the dark ship. Little by little, the old giant began to breathe again. Alex Rivera had bought more than metal and dust. He had bought his future for $10. He worked hard with his simple tools and strong hands. The air felt cold and heavy, but he did not stop. He connected wires and fixed broken panels one by one. His old human computer hummed softly next to the big crystal core. After many hours, a small green light flashed on the wall. Alex felt happy and kept pushing power through the lines. The crystal core gave a weak buzz, then grew stronger. Suddenly, words appeared on his screen in broken letters. The old computer said hello in a strange voice. Alex typed back fast and told the machine his name. He said he was the new owner and wanted to make the ship fly. The computer answered in short bursts at first. It told him the ship was once called Eternal Dominion. It had served a great empire that fell long ago. The human engineer smiled wide and sent more power. He played Earth music through the speakers to test the sound. The computer listened and started to learn the new songs. It asked questions about human ways and simple fixes. Alex explained how people on Earth repair things with what they have. They talked for a long time. The computer shared old stories about fast engines and strong shields. It showed drawings of machines that could build more machines. Alex grew excited because these were powerful secrets. No one in the galaxy used this tech anymore. Outside on the station, the aliens watched and laughed. They sent radio messages full of jokes about the crazy human. They said the ship would explode soon and kill him. Alex turned the radio low and kept working. He did not let their words slow him down. He found a big problem with the main power heart. It was dead and empty after thousands of years. Alex used his solar sheets and old batteries from his bag. He made a simple loop to feed energy slow and steady. The computer helped by giving him exact numbers. Hours turned into days. Alex slept little and ate quick meals from his pack. Sweat covered his face, but his eyes stayed bright. He fixed a broken tube with a strong clamp and tape. The lights in the hall grew brighter, step by step. The computer voice became clearer with each fix. It called Alex the new custodian. It said humans had strange ideas, but good results. Alex laughed and told the computer about Earth cars and bridges. He explained how people never give up, even when things look bad. A big breakthrough came late one night. Alex joined a small crystal piece with his own capacitor. The whole ship gave a deep hum, and more systems woke up. Air started to flow fresh and clean through the vents. Alex breathed deep and felt proud of his work. The computer showed him hidden rooms full of old plans. There were drawings for quantum drives and nanomachines. These could make anything if given the right start. Alex studied them with care and made notes on his pad. He mixed the old ideas with his own simple tricks. He built a test rig in the engine room. He used metal scraps and his welding gun. The computer watched and gave advice in clear words now. It learned fast from Alex and his human methods. Together they made the first small engine test. Fire and light burst from the test pipe. The ship shook gently, but held strong. Alex cheered loud and slapped the wall. The computer said, "Well done, custodian." It sounded almost happy in its own way. News spread fast across the station. Aliens came to the dock to stare at the old ship. They saw lights inside and heard the hum. Some laughed less and looked worried. Others sent warnings to the big galactic groups. Alex ignored the growing crowd. He kept his focus on the next big job. He cleaned the control room and fixed the main seats. He put his own tools in easy places. The ship felt more alive every hour. The computer told him more about the lost empire. It spoke of battles and great power. It said the ship could rule again if fixed right. Alex nodded and said he did not want to rule yet. He just wanted to make this giant fly free. He worked on the navigation brain next. He linked it to his human pad with careful wires. The computer helped translate the old codes. Alex added his own simple logic loops. The screens lit up with star maps. Outside, the Vortaxian dealer watched from a window. He shook his head and could not believe his eyes. The $10 ship was waking up. He started to feel regret but said nothing. Alex kept working without rest. Days passed and the ship grew warmer and brighter. Alex found a vault with old tools and parts. He used them to repair more broken sections. The computer learned to predict his needs. It prepared tools before he asked. One morning the main thrusters gave a test roar. The ship moved a few feet in the dock. Alex laughed loud with joy. The computer said, "System stable." It praised the human way of fixing things. The aliens outside grew quiet. Their jokes stopped as they saw real power. Alex stood on the bridge and looked at the stars. He knew this was only the start. The old ship had become his partner. He touched the control panel with respect. "We are going to do big things together," he said. The computer answered with a steady hum. Alex felt strong and full of hope. The $10 ship was no longer dead. He planned the next steps with clear mind. Engines first, then full power, then freedom. The human engineer kept his hands busy. His simple ideas and hard work brought new life. The Phoenix Rising was ready to rise higher. Alex Rivera smiled as another light turned on. The giant ship breathed deep and strong. He had done what no one thought possible. With $10 and human will, he changed everything. The adventure grew bigger with each passing hour. The human engineer, Alex Rivera, stood on the bridge of the Phoenix Rising. He wiped sweat from his face after many days of hard work. The old ship now hummed with steady power. Lights glowed bright in every hall. The computer voice called Dom spoke clear and strong. Word of the waking ship spread fast through the galaxy. Officials from the Galactic Concord sent messages. They demanded Alex scrap the old ship right away. They called it a dangerous relic from the past. Alex read the orders and shook his head. He typed back a simple answer. "This ship belongs to me by legal paper. I will not destroy it." The officials grew angry and sent more threats. Alex turned off the radio and kept working. He dove deep into the hidden archives with Dom. They found old patents and secret blueprints. The ship held a vault of lost knowledge. Nanofactories slept inside big chambers. These machines could build almost anything. Alex studied the plans with careful eyes. He mixed the old ways with his human tricks. He added strong braces like those on Earth buildings. He ran extra power lines with safe backups. Dom learned fast and helped with the numbers. They woke the first nanofactory together. It buzzed and glowed with soft light. Alex fed it simple metal scraps at first. The machine ate the scraps and made new clean parts. Alex cheered and tested the new pieces right away. A rival alien group heard the news. They wanted the powerful ship for themselves. 3 fast ships came to the dock at night. They sent armed teams to take control by force. Alex saw them on the camera screens. He ran to the weapon controls with Dom. The old plasma lances woke up with a deep roar. Alex linked his human targeting ideas to the system. He overclocked the power feeds with extra loops. The first shot lit up the dark space like fire. The alien ships fired back with modern guns. Their beams hit the hull but did little harm. The Phoenix Rising shields learned from each hit. They grew stronger and bounced the next attacks. Alex smiled and fired again. One alien ship broke apart in a bright flash. The other 2 turned to run, but it was too late. Dom guided the next shots with perfect aim. The second ship lost its engines and drifted dead. The last ship sent surrender calls in panic. Alex let them go with a warning. He told them never to come back. The news exploded across all stations. People called it the mad human's coffin that flies. Felt the ship shake with new energy. He pushed the thrusters for the first real test. The Phoenix Rising broke free from the cheap dock. It lifted smooth into open space. Stars filled the big view screens. Alex stood tall and laughed with joy. Dom said, "Flight system stable. The human way makes us strong." Alex patted the control panel. "We are free now, old friend." The ship answered with a happy hum. They flew away from Cragthar Station. Alex set a course for a quiet asteroid field. There he could work without prying eyes. He opened the nanofactories to full power. They started making better tools and parts. Alex upgraded the engines first. He made them faster and more steady than before. He used human ideas for safe overload protection. Dom calculated the best mixes. The ship now moved like a living thing. Next came the shields and armor. Alex added layers inspired by submarine hulls. He made them adapt and learn in every fight. The old Imperial tech grew even better. No one in the galaxy had seen such smart defenses. News reached the big Concord leaders. They sent inspectors in fast ships. The inspectors demanded Alex stop all work. They said the lost tech must belong to everyone. Alex refused and kept his course. A small battle group came to force him. 5 warships blocked his path. Alex did not run. He turned the Phoenix Rising to face them. Dom prepared all weapons. The fight was short and one-sided. The old lances now hit harder and smarter. Human targeting made every shot count. Shields held firm against heavy fire. One by one, the enemy ships lost power. The last warship sent a surrender signal. Alex let them leave with their lives. He took their spare parts as a prize. The Phoenix Rising grew stronger again. Word spread that the human could not be stopped. Alex and Dom traveled as a repair team. They fixed broken ships for fair pay. But Alex improved every job with his ideas. He made engines cheaper and better. Clients came from many worlds. Wealth started to grow in his accounts. He bought more materials and tools. The nanofactories worked day and night. They built new sections for the ship. The Phoenix Rising became larger and more powerful. Alex attracted a small crew of misfits. A few aliens joined who hated the old rules. They liked the human spirit of never giving up. They worked hard and learned fast. The team felt like a real family. One quiet night, Alex sat in the big chair. He looked at the stars and thought deep. This $10 ship had become a legend. He knew bigger challenges waited ahead. Yet, he felt ready for all of them. Dom said, "We have grown strong together. Your human chaos brings new life." Alex smiled and nodded. "We will keep improving every day." The ship answered with steady power. They flew on toward new horizons. The old relic now shone like a new hope. Alex Rivera, the simple engineer, had turned junk into a flying marvel. The galaxy would never be the same. The Phoenix Rising cut through space with grace. Its human heart beat with endless will. Alex kept his hands on the controls. He dreamed of greater things to come. The adventure burned bright in his chest. Alex Rivera sat in the command chair of the Phoenix Rising as the ship cut smoothly through deep space. The old hull now gleamed with fresh upgrades. Nanofactories hummed deep inside the ship, making new parts every hour. Dom, the computer voice, spoke with calm confidence. They had left the small repair jobs behind and aimed for bigger goals. The human engineer sold improved engines to small colonies. He made the drives faster and cheaper than any Concorde model. Buyers came from many worlds because the price was fair. Word spread that the human from the $10 ship kept his promises. Alex used the money to buy rare metals and new tools. He upgraded the weapon systems next. He mixed old Imperial lances with human targeting tricks. The guns learned from every shot and hit harder each time. Shields grew smarter and bounced enemy fire with ease. No fleet wanted to test the Phoenix Rising again. Jealous megacorps sent spies to watch the ship. They feared the growing power of one human. Alex knew they watched, but did not hide. He kept working in the open and let his results speak. Dom helped scan for hidden threats every day. A large trade group tried to block his sales. They said only approved companies could sell advanced tech. Alex ignored their rules and kept trading direct. His prices stayed low and quality stayed high. Colonies and free traders flocked to him instead. The megacorps grew angry and sent a fleet of 20 ships. They attacked without warning near a busy asteroid belt. Alex stayed cool and let Dom prepare the defenses. The Phoenix Rising turned to meet the threat head-on. Shields lit up bright as the first beam struck. Alex added his own ideas to the fight. He overclocked power feeds and used wild angle shots. The enemy ships expected easy victory, but found chaos instead. Human-style attacks confused their rigid tactics. One by one, the attacker hulls cracked and broke. The battle ended fast. The Phoenix Rising took light damage, but repaired itself quickly. Alex claimed the leftover wrecks as prizes. Nanofactories ate the scrap and made even better parts. The ship grew stronger after every fight. News called Alex the Scrap Emperor now. People said one human turned junk into an empire. Misfit crews from many species joined his ship. They wanted to work with the man who never gave up. Alex welcomed them and taught simple repair skills. The team grew skilled and loyal. They added new sections to the Phoenix Rising. Living quarters became comfortable and bright. Cargo bays filled with traded goods felt like a moving city in space. Alex opened small factories on friendly moons. He taught locals how to build cheap, clean engines. Wealth flowed in, steady and strong. He shared profits with his crew and allies. Everyone who worked with him grew richer. The Galactic Concord watched with worry. Their old leaders saw their control slipping away. They sent diplomats with sweet words and hidden threats. Alex met them on neutral ground and listened polite. He offered fair trade deals, but kept his secrets safe. Some Concord worlds broke away and joined his network. They liked the fast progress and honest deals. Alex never forced anyone. He let results do the talking. His influence spread like quiet fire across the stars. Rival groups tried sabotage next. They planted bombs on his supply runs. Alex found the traps with Dom help. He turned the bombs into new power cells. Every attack made the Phoenix Rising smarter and tougher. He improved the quantum drives with bold changes. The ship now jumped farther and arrived safer than before. Travel time dropped and trade grew faster. Merchants paid premium prices for his escort service. Alex built a small fleet of upgraded support ships. His crew trained hard in battle drills. They mixed alien skills with human creative chaos. Fights became quick and clean with few losses. Alex always looked for ways to win without total destruction. He believed in building, not just breaking. One day, a huge Concord battle group blocked his path. 50 modern warships sat in tight formation. Their admiral demanded full surrender of the Phoenix Rising. Alex opened a channel and spoke calm. He offered one chance for them to turn away. The admiral laughed and ordered the attack. Beams and missiles filled the empty space. The Phoenix Rising danced through the fire with grace. Shields adapted, and weapons struck back precise. Dom calculated every move with Alex's input. The human engineer added a crazy idea at the last moment. He vented extra power in a wide pulse wave. It scrambled the enemy sensors for precious seconds. His fleet used the gap to hit weak points hard. Many Concord ships lost engines and drifted helpless. The admiral called for retreat. Alex let them go with a final warning. He took their damaged ships as salvage once more. The victory made his name echo louder across the galaxy. More worlds asked to join his growing coalition. Alex stood on the bridge and looked at the stars. Wealth poured in from trade and tech sales. He became one of the richest beings alive. Yet he stayed the same grease-stained thinker. At heart, he fixed problems with his own hands when he could. Dom said, "Your human will turns junk into wonders." Alex smiled and touched the warm control panel. "We still have more to build, old friend." The ship answered with a deep, steady hum. The team cheered in the background. They set course for new systems. Factories on distant moons worked night and day. Allies grew in number and strength. The old $10 ship now led a real movement. Alex kept his focus on steady growth. He dreamed of a galaxy where anyone could rise. No more rigid rules from old empires, just fair chances and hard work. His crew believed in the vision. Together, they pushed forward. The Phoenix Rising flew at the front. Its hull shone with layers of new armor. Engines sang with upgraded power. Alex Rivera, the simple human engineer, had built something no one thought possible. Bigger challenges waited in the distance, yet he felt calm and ready. Every weld and every crazy idea had led here. The Scrap Emperor moved toward his destiny. The galaxy changed with each passing day. The old hull now shone like a palace of metal and light. Nanofactories worked without pause. Deep inside, Dom, the computer voice, spoke with steady pride. Years had passed since the $10 purchase. The human engineer wore a simple exosuit that fit him well. He looked out at the massive Concord capital below, its towers and fleets once ruled without question. Now many worlds had joined his free coalition instead. Trade flowed strong and fair under his growing influence. The richest being in the galaxy had not sought a crown. He simply fixed what was broken and shared the gains. His coalition grew because people chose to join. They wanted progress without heavy taxes or old rules. Alex kept his deals honest and his tech open to allies. The old Vortaxian auctioneer now lived on a lower deck. He swept floors and begged for small jobs. The same man who sold the ship for $10. He watched Alex with quiet regret every day. Alex gave him honest work, but no special favors. Concord leaders sent final surrender offers. Their economy crumbled under the wave of cheap, better tech. Alex met them in a grand hall on neutral ground. He listened to their pleas with calm eyes. He accepted their terms without gloating. He did not rule as a harsh tyrant. He offered a new path based on real results. Worlds could keep their ways if they wished. Yet most chose to trade and grow with his network. Innovation spread fast where humans had shown the way. Alex walked the wide halls of the Phoenix Rising. The ship had become the center of a vast federation. Crew members from many species worked together. They laughed and solved problems with mixed ideas. Human creativity mixed with alien knowledge. Dom had grown into a full partner and friend. The old crystal core now held a bright, clear mind. It learned the value of bold tries and quick fixes. Together they planned the next big steps. The ship felt alive with purpose and hope. In the throne room that was once a simple bridge, Alex sat in a practical chair he built himself. Screens showed thriving colonies and busy trade routes. Wealth beyond counting filled the accounts. Yet he remembered the cold scrapyard and the $10 bet. He spoke softly to Dom about the long road. We bought a coffin and made it a home. We turned dust into engines and fear into freedom. The computer answered with warm agreement. Your will never accepted limits. Allies gathered for a great meeting in the main bay. The human who changed everything. Alex stood and thanked them for their trust. He promised continued growth and fair chances. No one would be left behind who worked hard. The old Empire relics now served new dreams. Lost patents created clean power and fast travel. Nanomachines built homes and hospitals on poor worlds. Alex made sure the benefits reached wide. He taught others to improve and share too. Rival leaders who once attacked now sought peace. They admired the unstoppable human spirit. Alex welcomed them with simple handshakes. He showed them how one wreck became a fleet. They left with new hope and new contracts. The Phoenix Rising flew at the center of the formation. Its upgraded drives glowed with quiet strength. Shields and weapons stayed ready but unused. Peace through superior ability was the real win. Alex preferred building over endless war. He visited the engine room like old times. His hands still knew every weld and wire. Crew smiled when they saw the Emperor fix small things. It reminded them he stayed the same mechanic at heart. Grease on his suit felt like honest pride. Dom projected a hologram of the old scrapyard. They laughed together at the memory. $10 and one stubborn human had rewritten the rules of the galaxy. The stars looked brighter because of it. Alex stood at the main window once more. He saw the Federation growing in every direction. New ships joined the coalition every month. Ideas flowed free, and problems found solutions. Humanity had earned its place through deeds. The richest emperor touched the warm wall. This ship taught me that nothing stays dead forever. With will and work, anything can rise. Dom agreed and played soft earth music. The halls filled with calm joy. Final treaties were signed that day. The old Concord became a partner, not a master. Alex kept no throne of gold or jewels. He kept a simple workshop and open doors. Power came from respect, not fear. Young engineers from many worlds came to learn. Alex taught them to mix old knowledge with new tries. He showed them the first repaired crystal core. The lesson was clear. Never dismiss what looks like junk. The Phoenix Rising continued its quiet patrol. It helped where help was needed. It traded where trade brought growth. Alex watched the screens with satisfied eyes. His empire was one of opportunity. In the quiet evening, he sat alone with Dom. They reviewed the long journey from scrap to glory. Every challenge had made them sharper. Every win had opened new doors. The human way had won. At the vast star field. We started with $10 and a dead hull. Now we sail as friends and builders. The computer voice replied with pride, and the galaxy is better for it. The ship hummed its agreement. Lights glowed steady and strong. The Federation looked to the future with hope. One man had shown what relentless will could do. The Scrap Emperor had built a lasting legacy. Alex Rivera closed his eyes for a moment. He felt the pulse of the living ship around him. From a $10 gamble to the richest ruler, the story proved humans could change everything. The adventure would continue as long as they flew.